The mind of man is capable of anything. Man can alter his life by altering his thinking. Change your mindset, change your life. This is Mindcraft with Craftmatic. Welcome to Mindcraft.
All right, folks, welcome back to Mindcraft. My name is Stacy Craft, and I am here to liberate your mind and liberate your soul. I want to talk about a very interesting term that we've all heard before, but we may not have really contemplated what it meant. So the word for tonight is karma. Karma. And let me give you several examples of the old adages that we should become familiar with as it relates to karma, because I'm going to spend a great deal of time on the subject and the topic materials throughout this show, and of course throughout our website, Mindcraft. You're going to be able to apply this particular idea of karma to almost everything that we do, because it is the greatest reality in life, that there is always cause and effect. Every effect that you see in the universe, in your life, every situation, every circumstance, there was a cause to that effect. You ever heard of the old saying, what goes around comes around? When we start talking about integrity and emotional intelligence, when we start talking about righteousness, everything results in this karmic activity. What you put out is what you get back. What you reap is what you sow. We keep hearing these messages over and over and over, but we really are not paying attention to the reality of the message. And here's the reality of the message. What your life looks like right now, any area and every area of your life, what it looks like right now, you created it. You were cause to those effects. In other words, you were using your energy and your power and your resources and your decisions and your thoughts. You were using all of those qualities to create the current effects that you have right now. That's important, because you can't change the effect until you own it. You own the fact that you are the cause of it. There are a lot of people who are running around saying, hey, what's happening to me is somebody else's fault. What's happening to me is, they did it. They did it to me. Doesn't really work that way. You in some way, and we'll determine what that may be, you in some way were cause to your own effects. Now, it could have been because you didn't speak up for yourself. It could have been you spoke up too much. It could have been you weren't indecisive. It could have been you didn't put enough effort in. It could have been you didn't have enough talent or skill. Whatever that happens to be, you are the cause of your own effects. Now, what that really means is it's time to take ownership of what's going on in your life. It's time for you to wake up and say, I created this. I asked a question in another segment, how much time have you wasted in your life? And if you answered the question that I've wasted half of my life doing X, Y, and Z, you got to take ownership of that. You don't have to, but if you don't take ownership of it, it's impossible to change. It's impossible to create a new effect until you become a different cause and a new cause. Why am I talking about karma? Why am I talking about this law of cause and effect? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The real point I want to make here is that your thoughts create your reality. And that's just the way the world works. You ever had an experience where you got upset and you hit the table? Damn it! I want you to pay attention to the next 10 or 15 minutes. And for some of you, pay attention to the next few hours. You're going to trip over the rug. You're going to drop something. Somebody's going to call you who you don't like, you don't know. What has happened is that anger thought is like a rock splashing in the water, and it creates ripples. And it creates negative ripples because I had a negative cause, and it's going to create negative effects. And those effects will continue to linger on until at some point you decide to change your mind. How about this one, for example? You ever had a friend or a relative or someone close to you that you were just sitting around, you were just thinking about them? I just thought about, my old buddy from school. And the next thing you know, you see them. They call you. You get a text message or email from them. You see their face come up on Facebook or somewhere like some platform. And you begin to think to yourself, wow, what a coincidence. That's coincidence. It's ironic. It's accidental. It's magical. No, it's not, folks. It's karma. It's cause and effect. It's the law of thought to reality. Whatever you place your mental attention upon, you will draw to you. And every person who has ever achieved success, whether they knew it or not, they had the right cause to achieve the right effects. And that's what we have to do in your life. We've got to help you develop the right thoughts that's going to create the right effects. If you're walking around with a bad attitude, I promise you're creating nothing but trouble. You're creating bad relationships. You're creating circumstances and situations that continue to hold you back and minimize your opportunities for growth, minimize your opportunities for success. Those thoughts are real. It's like planting a bad seed. You plant a bad seed, you're going to get a bad plant. You're going to get a plant that doesn't produce fruit. You plant a positive seed, you're going to get a positive fruit that produces joy, ultimately. Fruit that produces. We're going to spend a great deal of time on thought to reality because my only goal, my only objective with Mindcraft is to develop your thinking. Because the reality is the only thing that you have control of is your thinking. Never forget this. Napoleon Hill says it this way, that our thoughts have a tendency to transform themselves into its physical equivalents. Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich back in the early 1900s. And he was already knowing that there was a karmic law to our thoughts. Our thoughts are not fairy tale. It's not mystic. It's not just clouds in the sky. Our thoughts produce our reality. And again, we're going to spend a great deal of time on that. Improve your thoughts, improve your life is not just an old cliche. It is really the way success happens. And so if you are interested in improving your thinking, you're at the right place.
This is Mindcraft with Craftmatic. Welcome to Mindcraft.